Definitely a player on the come up, and they have come all the way up to the biggest stage in the world here, the TWC, and they are here to put on a show. Starting it off strong, 5 PPS off rip. Oh, but meanwhile, we've got the 1-2R ties right now, getting all the way down through that 5 PPS burst with the 4 wide opening. But Westell does not let up that easily, and 26 spikes will be in your future real soon, and I don't think that the stack can take it. No, it can't.
Oh, and it's going to be very interesting to see what SUMM3RJ does here. On that Dingo match, a lot of timing, but you know, Westell is such... Look at this movement. Look how crisp that is, man. 4 wide it might be the answer to destroying Westell here. It does get him in a bit of an awkward cheese situation, but will be able to push through all of that. Very, very nicely done there. Oh, wow. What a nice spike coming through there from SUMM3RJ. But again, look how unrelenting is Westell here. Look how fast the spins are, the movements, man. It's just so, so good.
Absolutely. Timing is great against spikes, but it's really hard to time your jump through an actual saw blade. Like, Westell just does not let up.
Definitely not there, so we'll have to keep pretty much pressure to pressure with Westell, which is a very, very hard task to do. And look at that, just sequencing coming through from Westell. My God.
200 APM a minute in.
SUMM3RJ will need that very, very good timing for them to do a lot of damage there to Westell there. Westell, though, is moving 5 PPS right now almost for Westell there. That was almost unthinkable a few years ago, folks. You don't understand the level it takes to do that stuff. But not too efficient either, though, from Westell there. I've seen SUMM3RJ reach that, also 4 PPS on their side as well. Both players more or less at the same output right now, but Westell's building up that surge. 11 pops it. Beautiful timing there from Westell. It's a quick 3-0 lead.
Absolutely. Great decision to not hold on to that surge despite being... They recognized that they wouldn't need the extra attack and could just commit to the spike immediately to finish off the kill. That's that decision making that, honestly, generally goes unnoticed in favor of Westell's mechanics, but it is definitely there, and it is definitely something you've got to be aware of. 5.10 PPS.
That's better than my sprint, man. Come on. So good.
I don't think I've ever seen that number next to my board, and Westell gets it on the daily.
On the regular, you know, some starve of hunger and some others, you know, die of drown or in thirst, something like that. Shout out Hunger coming back here.
Back to the match. Westell looking for the TSD here.
SUMM3RJ does maybe 15 different misdrops, unfortunately, starting off with that J piece. You know that, like, you're using all of your mental output when you misdrop, and then the next 3 pieces are misdropped as well. Like, you had all that queued up in your brain, and then it just all goes awry, dude. That's the difficulty of this game, man. Just being able to stop yourself is very difficult, and if you don't get your inputs right, it's just so difficult.
Absolutely, always a trade-off. If you want to commit to having that slight speed advantage by just assuming your stuff is going to work, you might be caught a bit too unawares when it finally doesn't. And against Westell, that is not a position you can afford to be in. 19 surge, pops it with the 36, 243 APM, and it's a 6-0 lead.
And it's just the 1-2 punch, just one spike, and then you get hit with that surge right after it. It's so difficult here. But again, you can't count SUMM3RJ out. Very, very great player from Australia. Ooh, nice little ice spin there, but does have to break that. Oh, so does Westell. Does have to break the surge, was what I was gonna say.
Absolutely, we know Summer can contend with pressure, and Westell is making some misdrops right now. The downfall of that speed is it can make you a very volatile player, so it's going to be about whether Summer is able to survive long enough to set up a significant surge or not. And survive they have. They fired off that surge. Westell has an insane sequence right now.
You saw that J placement? You saw he spun it in there like 70 times. What? Oh, but almost about to die to SUMM3RJ. SUMM3RJ is about to get this match. Oh, but Westell's about to get out of it too.
Oh, opts to take the SDSD as the singles instead. Westell making some insane decisions right now. Off the color clear as well, and it's a 21 all the way back down at the bottom of the board. Summer trying to get out right now, but that team misdrop going to be so unfortunate, and you do not have the time to recover.
Oh, and what a downstack sequence from Westell there. And SUMM3RJ just so close. Just needed just a few more attacks to get Westell out of there. And 7-0 right now for a Westell here. Very, very good performance. But again, you can't count out SUMM3RJ right now. Both players though are outputting so much damage here. SUMM3RJ not as efficient as I would like to see them at the moment, but it's so difficult when you're getting this much pressure from Westell.
Yeah, you could see they did not want to break surge there, but realized that it was truly the only way to stay alive. Westell just outputting so much damage to contend with right now and not being stopped. Again, this C-spin, oh my god, cuts the C-spin with an all-spin to make a 50 spike.
And unfortunately, SUMM3RJ just had 2 Z pieces. Just impossible to downstack there.
Westell got me in the booth sounded like Courage the Cowardly Dog, bro. What is going on?
God dang, dude.
For real. Oh my goodness. Oh, but Summer fires it right back. 40 spike.
There you go. 4.91. You think I can't do that, Westell? You think I can't do that? I got you, bro.
Hold up the East W on the Westell. Shout outs.
Putting. I didn't know they had that in the summer hemisphere, man. I didn't know they had that out there. That was crazy.
Not the Westell dingo technique. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, you do not want to see Westell putting.
Yo, that's not. He didn't need that buff. We need to. That I don't think that was necessary.
Comcast didn't need to give him that, man. Really.
The 26 not going to be enough though. Great multiplier downstack there on the part of Summer. Finds the 12 as well. You can see the pace that Summer has picked up to just to maintain with Westell, but they're honestly adapting expertly right now, staying alive at the bottom of the board, understanding that any amount of pressure tanked could be too much pressure, and just opting to keep it clean and keep it lean right now. Going surge for surge with Westell. 7 on the board right now. Westell's got 14, 15 right now. These ultimate singles so devastating, but Summer is in a good place to accept, and yeah, will manage to live off of that surge.
Oh, what a great flow sequence from SUMM3RJ to answer to all that damage and putting up damage of their own right now. Beautiful, just thinking coming through from SUMM3RJ. Ooh, and has the fractal setup. Ooh, does the little all spin tetro technique right now. Has to pop it. Westell, their surge gone here, and both players are kind of in a neutral position here. Let's see how SUMM3RJ gets through this little bit of cheese there. Has to do that counter for into TSD. Meanwhile, TST setup coming through from Westell. Has to skim it down a little bit. Might have not been the most efficient movement there, but again, more and more damage coming through from Westell's board. Both players, though, SUMM3RJ defending himself incredibly right now. Pretty much equal, and Westell gets reversed by SUMM3RJ. Golly.
And that's a second point on the board. Do not count Summer out just yet. Kids see ghosts, but Summer ain't one of them. Still fighting off Westell right now. Westell putting out the LST. Oh, makes the misdrops though, and this is gonna be a great opportunity for Summer to respond. Westell trying to downstack through, has this awkward 9-0 type stack right now, does manage to downstack all the way through it though with a combo, and gets a little bit of surge online. Summer broke their surge in their own stacking, and now it is going to be a pretty even neutral game right now.
Oh, definitely here, but again, SUMM3RJ is such a standout player in this group. Just showing so much heart and so much downstack skill. Just maintain themselves against Westell right now, but again, Westell is a formidable force here. A lot of thinking going on. I don't know about wasting those 2 eyepieces.
I was about to say that was the scariest double eyepiece waste I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know about that. Ooh, and a little bit of a misdrop coming through there from SUMM3RJ as well. We'll have that nice downstack sequence here, and we'll be able to transition into a counter 4 there. But again, Westell not being as productive as those first few rounds at the moment, but no, it's just a matter of time at this point. SUMM3RJ needs to get through all this cheese sequence at the moment. And
honestly, seems like both players slowing it down a little bit. You know, Westell's dropped to a truly leisurely 3.8 PPS, and Summer is no longer fighting off at 4.2 just to keep pace. So it seems like they may be switching to a more methodical approach now that they've kind of gone band for band on the actual spikes themselves. Seems like Westell is maybe trying to change things up right now, since the Surge build into Surge Sten strategy just has not been working well enough off of Summer taking 2 in a row.
Yeah, and that lactic acid building up on the fingers, you know, it's just, it's getting tough, you know, it's getting tough.
Absolutely, but speaking of tough, this is going to be a tough spike for Westell to survive, is what I would say, but oh my goodness, the down stack with the all-spin combo comes in all the way back down to the bottom of the board right there. Oh, Summer makes those misdrops. That is a very unfortunate time right there. Could not spin in the Z. 9-2.
And it's always that reminder that you can't mess up against these guys. You cannot be wasting your time on fixing things. It has to be fixed to begin with. You know,
it's now or never, and never is not an option.
You hate to see that. But here we go. Oh, beautiful spiking coming through from SUMM3RJ there, but Westell fends it off very, very easily here. But again, that 7-2 is still popping off there. Ooh, floating airplanes in the night sky for SUMM3RJ right now. And it might be oh, and again, incredible defense coming through from both of these players right now. Very, very nice. Oh, very nice spike in there from Westell. Almost had it there for SUMM3RJ. Could not get that down stack. Match point for Westell. Insane amounts of climbing will be needed for SUMM3RJ to get through this set and become victorious here. But again, when there's a will, there's a way, and the way is out for SUMM3RJ as Westell takes that game 11-2. Even though it looks like a very dominant game for Westell, that was very hard fought on both players.
I was about to say, do not be fooled by the scoreline. Summer was absolutely fighting and fought till the very, very end, managing to take 2 points, but that was 2 points, arguably over a full PPS down, and that is no small feat, especially against a player of Westell's caliber. It cannot be overstated how impressive Summer's play was, switching up the playstyle